Hello everyone, meet me again. Today I have a question. Do you believe that someone who truly loves you wants to take his step through? For example, he wants to because he thinks his abilities is not enough. He has to go abroad to develop his capacity to protect. What do you think? Though do not go too far, comes to our story at once. Anyway, spoiler alert. The movie is called Two Loves Under One Roof, about a high school girl named Oi, who is now watching the football game of a handsome man named Shusei. All girls in the whole school want this man's girlfriend, but according to the rumors, Shusei already had a girlfriend, but no one knows who she is. In fact, Oi is his secret lover. The two began dating a few years ago when Oi's friend Mo confessed her love to Shusei, but that man refused until she was embarrassed. Oi could not resist this kind of response, so she came forward to defend, but accidentally caused Shusei to fall off the stairs. She tried to bring the man home and found out that they lived next door. Oi tried to help clean up the house and cook for Shusei in exchange for what she had done to Shusei, but she set it on fire and the automatic fire extinguisher flooded the room. The landlord said it took several days to repair, so Shusei had to stay with Oi for a while. But who knows, when they lived together, the two of them began to fall in love. Shusei was satisfied with Oi's character that he fell in love with her and decided to have a romantic relationship and live together. But living together must be kept a secret, because if the school finds out, they will both be expelled from school. Only two of her close friends, Mo and her boyfriend, knew about it. In addition, there is a letter from Oi's father stating that it is strictly forbidden to sleep together until the end of high school, and they completely obey it. One day, a handsome man appears and surprises all the girls in the school, but this man acts inappropriately, making Oi educate something to that man. However, he refuses to listen. She is so angry, so she runs after him until she accidentally pulls off his pants, embarrassing the whole school. The man is very angry and wants to punish her, but is protected by Shusei. Surprisingly, Shusei and that man are actually cousins named Rayon. Rayon came here with the intention of bringing Shusei back to the United States to manage his father's business. But Shusei does not want to return to the United States because of his loved ones here. So they both bet if Rayon wins the basketball game, he will bring Shusei back to the United States. But this winner goes to Shusei. Rayon refuses to accept this, and he also learns from the rumors that Shusei refuses to return to the United States because he has a girlfriend he loves in the school, and he wants to know how beautiful and sexy his girlfriend is that makes Shusei so passionate about her. Suddenly, all the girls in the school make predictions about the beauty of Shusei's secret girlfriend, saying that the girl is probably beautiful, has big breasts and sexy, which makes Oi look at herself royally. The next day, Rayon began his mission to find Shusei's girlfriend, looking for someone with big breasts, beauty, and model look at school, but could not find one. At one point, he meets Oi and asks her if she knew the woman. Rayon suddenly has suspicions about Oi, but he thinks it's funny that Shusei can be attracted to Oi, who is not sexy and short like this. Shusei, who was working hard, had his brother, a photographer, come to visit him. Shusei also asked his brother a question: "How can I protect my loved one?" His brother replied without thinking that only money can protect our loved one. As for Shusei, after hearing it, he did not know what to say in response. Rayon now is looking for Shusei's house but finds Oi. Oi tries to dodge and run to lock the room door, but unfortunately Rayon arrives. However, Oi tries to close the door to hide her things. Then she lets Rayon in and tells him that she is helping cleaning and preparing food for Shusei. After a while, Shusei arrived and told Rayon the truth. After hearing this, Rayon immediately feels very difficult to accept because he cannot believe that such an ordinary woman can make Shusei fall in love. Shusei, on the other hand, sees that his brother does not seem to accept the truth. Therefore, Shusei decides to let Rayon stay here for a while and follow up on why he chose Oi as his girlfriend. After that, living together under one roof started. Do you all think Rayon will see Oi's good points or not? What are some of her good points points that can make this handsome man Shusei, who is quiet, fall in love with her. Clearly, Oi's good point is she is always thinking of good things all the time, and her actions are the same. She is the kind of people who cares about the people around her. The important thing is that she always advises Shusei that both men and women must help each other with the household chores. As for Ryeon, at first he wonders why Shusei is so happy just to wash the dishes. But day by day, Ryeon unknowingly begins to enjoy Oi's character. In addition, Ryeon began to show strange actions to Oi, which made Shusei start to feel jealous and dissatisfied with Ryeon's presence in the house. Until one night, Shusei decided to end the test and kicked Ryeon out of the house. But Oi refuses because she wants the test to end properly so that Ryeon will agree that she is suitable for Shusei. After thinking that he is not worthy of Oi's because he has no money, Shusei confesses to his brother that he wants to study in the United States to strengthen his ability to earn more money to protect Oi. Ryeon still doesn't understand why Shusei loves Oi so much, even though he unknowingly falls in love with Oi. Shusei's brother tells Ryeon that Shusei was lonely from a young age because his father was obsessed with work and his mother left the family. So maybe Oi is the first one to brighten this lonely man's life. After that, Ryeon meets Oi in a clothing store. Oi says that she wants to have a good relationship with Shusei's siblings, but suddenly Ryeon misunderstands her and uses inappropriate action, which makes her so angry until she slaps Ryeon. For Ryeon, this is the first time he has felt sorry for such an act on Oi because he usually does like that to many girls yet never cares. But now he is very worried about Oi's feeling. Shusei found out about that and ran to his girlfriend to comfort her. The next day, Oi comes to apologize to Ryeon, which makes him even more remorseful and thinks that he is not as capable as Shusei. Ryeon has a sort of Shusei as his hero since he was young because he was weak and still useless today. After Oi just heard Ryeon's thoughts, she quickly encouraged and said that in fact, Ryeon also has a few better points than Shusei. Shusei, who is eavesdropping on the door, becomes even more jealous when he heard this and hurries into the room to kiss Oi passionately in front of Ryeon, who clearly falls in love with Oi. One day during lunchtime, a rumor of Oi and Shusei sitting hugging each other leaks. A group of female students seems to be upset about this and want to find out about Oi, but Ryeon immediately comes forward to defend her by saying that Oi is his girlfriend. Shusei, who wanted to come forward to help his girlfriend, was upset, but when he got home, Ryeon explained that he did this to protect them because he was afraid the school would find out about their relationship. Shusei, on the other hand, began to feel insecure because he thought he was not as capable as Ryeon and was afraid Oi would leave him for Ryeon. All of this prompts Shusei to apply to study in the United States. On the day of the traditional school festival, when Oi got ready to leave for school, she found an application to continue the studies in the United States, which made her cry. Shusei says he goes to study in the United States for Oi, but for Oi, it was hard to understand. It was like asking her to break up with him, so she did not say anything more and left the room to school with tears. While at school, Ryeon is amazed by Oi's beauty again. He also publicly shows he is her boyfriend, which makes Shusei feel even more insecure. After that, Ryeon and Oi are caught playing the game girlfriend and boyfriend, but they guess all wrong about what they like, so they lost the game. After that, Oi tries to comfort and encourage Ryeon because of the losing game. However, during the time, Shusei eavesdrops on their conversations and becomes even more confused. Now after Ryeon and Oi lost the game, the show requires them to kiss in front of many people. Oi could not do that, but Ryeon did not hesitate to kiss her, yet Shusei came to help. Arriving in the room, they also discussed the matter with the United States. Shusei still says he wants to go to the United States to be a man who can protect Oi, but she also replies that how to protect her if they are not by each other's side. Therefore, when she cries, who should she go to? And when there is a problem for her, who should she discuss with? Isn't this different from breaking up? After that, Oi came to wait for the train, but the train was closed, so she had to stay at Rayon's house. As for Shusei, he could not stand Oi staying at Rayon's house. He hurries running under the rain to take her back and imagines happy memories with her. Shusei finds it hard to accept that Oi will leave him like his parents. Running to the middle of his journey, Shusei's brother stops him and encourages him by saying if he wants to be with Oi, all he must do is not to leave her. As for Rayon, he is so in love with Oi and kisses Oi while she is asleep, but she wakes up. It made her difficult to accept the situation. Shusei also comes to get Oi, but she does not say a word. The next day, Shusei comes to ask why Oi was quiet yesterday. Rayon confessed that he kissed her. Shusei erupts in anger and starts the fight. Rayon said, "Why you are so narrow-minded?" Shusei immediately stopped the fight and said that he was not a hero to Rayon or anyone. Since he was a child, he was always afraid of people around him leaving him, and even more unbearable when his love rival was Rayon. Rayon replied in surprise, "In fact, Oi was never interested in me at all. How can I become your opponent? Oi really loves you very much." Rayon also decided to return to the United States to run his father's business. Suddenly, a message was shared throughout the school regarding Oi sitting and hugging Shusei. All the female students considered Oi to be a person who wanted to ride two boats at a time, and they wanted to bully her. But Shusei came out to help and announced that she was his girlfriend. Rayon immediately announced the truth to everyone that his relationship with Oi was a lie. He continued, "It is impossible for a handsome man like me to be attracted to her because she has no big breasts and she is not sexy. But after getting to know her well, I started to see her good points. She's a person who cares about everyone. She's always trying to do everything by heart. However, the real lovers are Oi and Shusei." Shusei also announced that he loved Oi with all his heart and decided not to leave Oi. After that, the two are kissing romantically while the other students are crying for them, and our story is over. So in this story, the author wants to show that when we love someone, we must spend time together, take care of each other. That is true meaning of protecting someone. Anyway, other people may think differently. Some people might think that in order to protect their loved one, they have to be strong by a choice of leaving. Which of the two types of partner do you all think you prefer? Please comment down below. Thank you all for your watching. Please click subscribe to get more. Goodbye.